And we are ready to go. Okay, guys, let's get going. We are going to talk about an introductory paragraph. Before you continue, please make sure that you have a pen and paper beside you. Probably a cup of coffee to stay awake and some water to stay focused, because we are going to answer a question. So, the question is, my perfect place to study. Okay, so before we continue, one thing that you need to do on the piece of paper with your pencil or pen is to brainstorm for this question. So right now, get your pen and paper and brainstorm. When you are ready, please continue with the video. Okay, so here we are. My perfect place to study. It is a descriptive essay, and today we are going to focus on the hook and the thesis. There will be more videos dedicated to the rest, but right now this is the most important. So with the hook and the thesis, the aim of the hook is to grab a person's attention. It is to make them interested in what you have, and it's to make them to want to continue with actually reading your essay. And there's quite a few different ways that we can do it. So the most common are these ones here, which will be questions, interest in pieces of information, or just general quotes even. Now, looking at questions, there are some very easy ways to answer or to write a question for the hook. I always refer to the present perfect. Have you ever plus past participle. Have you ever thought? Have you ever had? Have you ever experienced? Have you ever had trouble studying? This is directly related to the essay topic, a good place to study. Have you ever experienced? And do not forget the past participle. So you can use any of these, but if you're going to use a question, the present perfect is a very simple way to include it. Okay, so in between the hook and the thesis statement, we have connecting information. Connecting information is going to be quite similar to your supporting sentences, but it does not include any of your main ideas. It's only there to connect the hook and connect the thesis statement. So the connecting information will only have general information. It will beat around the bush. No main ideas. For example, finding a good study environment can be difficult, especially leading up to exam time. The need for personal study space is becoming more and more important as colleges and libraries get busier. Are there any major details here? No. Have I mentioned something obvious? Yes. It is difficult to find a good study environment, and libraries and colleges are getting busier. Let's have a look at how we can compare two things in the introductory paragraph. The difference between X and Y, blah, 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 blah. I have always just got general information here. Here's another example for some people say. Some people argue, some people say, some people claim, some people think that a student should be able to study anywhere, while others say that a student should be given a welcoming environment to study. Again, no major details, just something obvious. So the big thing to remember, the connecting information connects. It introduces the hook to the thesis statement. It comes after the hook and before the thesis. One of the most important things to remember is general to specific. When you're writing your introductory paragraph, please make sure to not mention any very important ideas until you get to the thesis statement. The thesis statement is your preview. It's the trailer for a movie. It lets me know what to expect. There's two types, implied and stated, and now we're going to have a look at all of those. So I always like to think of it as a general statement and key information for the body paragraphs. Many people are unaware that. There's my general statement. And now I'm going to mention the most important things for my body paragraphs. Quiet space with soothing music and availability of resources both combine to make a highly productive study environment. Now, I said earlier, there's two types of thesis statements. There is stated and implied. This one is a stated thesis statement. You know what is going to be in my paragraphs. You know the first body paragraph will be about a quiet space with soothing music, and the second body paragraph is the availability of resources. What are the resources? That's not important for the introductory paragraph. That is only important for the body paragraphs. Remember, at the start of this video, you brainstormed. I also brainstormed, and these were my best ideas, so I chose them for the essay. Here is an example of an implied thesis statement. They can improve their study productivity levels by making a few simple changes. What are those changes? Not important for the introductory paragraph. They are important for the body paragraphs. Again, this is only your implied. Which should you choose? It is up to you. So here we have the fully completed introduction paragraph. I have my question for a hook. I have my connecting information, and the entire thing always goes general to specific. And that is how you write an introduction paragraph. You're welcome. Please stay tuned for the questions.